what do you think caused Pie to be the success that it
Uh,
was,
so
and really fast too?
so moving forward, remember the second battle was near. Now, Pie was originally for my album, and I've told this story on Twitter, and I'll tell it again. Um, Pie came together biblically. So I was in my studio for I think 14 hours total, and I had beat block. I don't never get writer's block, but I had beat block.
Hmm.
And I was searching for one more record on my album. And I had beat block. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm done. Like I'm done. Like today's just gonna be one of those days where I don't make shit. It happens. It happens to all of us. So I decided to leave my studio. I packed everything up. I went out the door. Just so happens it was raining. So I'm like, damn, I don't have no umbrella. I don't have nothing. And my car is mad far from where my studio is. And I got, electric shit with me. I got microphones, all type of stuff, because I kind of take my stuff with me because of where my studio is.
Hmm.
And so I go back in the studio and I'm like, all right, God, you don't want me to leave yet. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just get this shit one more try. I jump on YouTube. I just typed in samples in the YouTube search bar, just samples.
But the
It gave me a
algorithm changed.
playlist. It gave me
Yeah.
a playlist. The very first sample was what is it? Kevin Moore Rainmaker. That was the very first sample in the playlist.
Right.
As soon as I press play, I said, "Oh, it's out of here. This shit is out of here. This beat is finna be out of here. This is crazy."
Hmm.
Once I got the beat done, I whipped the beat up. I sent it to Royce the 5'9" first. That was the first person I sent it to. And Royce was like, "Yo, I would love to get to it. I just got some stuff going on, so I'm gonna get to it." All right. After I sent it to Royce the 5'9", I sent it to my big homie Dro. I don't know if you remember Dro. Dro from Watts. I sent it to Dro. Dro
Okay.
was early. Def Jam Dro. He was early,
Yeah.
early before a lot of us. So I sent it to Dro. Dro did a verse to it. Dro
Hmm.
haven't rapped in 20 years. The beat was so crazy that Dro was like, "I gotta give you a verse." He ain't rapped in 20 some years.
Today I'm rapping.
Oh, this beat is crazy. I'm rapping on this shit, nigga. Fuck that.
Yeah.
After Dro sent his verse back, I met up with Ab Soul and I'm like, "Yo, Soul, like, let's do something to this shit too." Cause I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna get Dro in there, I'm gonna get Ab Soul in there. We about to put this shit out. It is what it is." Ab Soul was like, "Man, I don't think we should do no verse. Like, I think me and you should just go back and forth. I'm gonna say two bars and you come behind me." I'm like, "All
Mm.
right, let's run it." So then me and Soul finished up what we did. And after the shit was over, we like, "Yo, this shit is crazy."
Hmm.
So how it happened, I'm like, "All right, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the joint with me and Soul out now, but when I drop it on my album, Dro will be on it since Dro is from Watts and my album is basically based on my neighborhood. So it would make more
Hmm.
sense. It would be Pie Remix just featuring Dro, and it'll have my original verse on there. But the me and Soul part of it would have caused all the buzz in the rap world.
Right.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna send this joint to Cole, and and I just kind of want Cole to give me like a Kid Capri style hype up. Like, yeah, then this new Daylyt and Ab Soul, like, what I mean? I just wanted that from Cole. Like, I didn't want anything from it.
Hmm.
Cole, after I sent it to Cole and told him what I needed, he ghosted me. He ghosted me. He didn't reply. He didn't say shit. He said
Right.
absolutely nothing. In my mind, I'm like, well, that was a miss. Well,
I
remind you,
shot my shot.
remind you, remind you, I've been knowing Cole for XYZ amount of years, and I never not once asked him for nothing. Because again, I know a lot of, like, with the bigger artists, there's so many people asking for favors and all this stuff. So I
Facts.
I, I just never asked him for anything. So when I did this time, I was like, damn, I might have blew it. You know what I mean? Like, might have, you know how it is.
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing. So again, fast forward to like 3 weeks later, I get a message like 6 a.m. in the morning. It's 6 a.m. on the dot, and it's just an MP3 came through. So in my mind, I'm like, "Oh shit, this nigga did the intro. It's up." I
Yeah. We
press
good.
play. I press play. I hear no intro. I fast forward to the end of Me and Soul verse, and I hear Cole go, yo. And then he says some things, and I'm like, wait a minute. I stopped it right there. I called him and I said, hey, bro, please, for the sake of my heart, because I'm still laying down, my kids still sleep, it's 6 a.m. in the morning. Please, for the sake of my heart, please tell me this ain't what I think it is. He said, hang up and call me back when you finish listening to it.
Nigga.
I hung up. I finished listening to it. Midway through, I jumped out the bed. I kicked the kids off the bed.
I got that listeners on the speakers. Come on.
Nigga, I grabbed my son by the shirt like a battle rap. Talk the hell! Right? My son, Dad, what's going on? Right? I'm running through the house. Holy fuck, nigga, it's up. It's up. It's up. Nigga, we going platinum. It's up. Right? I'm going nuts, bro. I'm going nuts, right? I'm going dummy nuts. I call him back. He like, yeah, you fuck with that shit? I'm like, yo, man, I don't even know what to say, man. This is wild. So, again, fast forward again. I'm sitting on the song. Remind you, this is like Piie was done like 5 or 6 months before the rap beef happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is old. This is long before that. So I'm sitting on this motherfucker and I'm just like, yeah, this shit finna go nuts on the album. Fuck that. Right. I'm putting everybody on the album. I'm putting me, Absol, Dro, nigga.
So,
it's going up on the album. Fuck that. It just so happens the war happened. Just as I predicted, the second war came.
Mm-hmm.
The war getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's happening. It's brewing. Remind you, Kendrick haven't said nothing. He just came down like motherfucking Michael the Archangel, shot a little damage and disappeared, right? Flew back to the heavens. Now the other demigods is like, yo, what the fuck we're gonna do? They're scrambling.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working with Cole Heavy during this time, and then he hit me. He was like, yo, bro, I think I want to put that record on my album. Now the stubborn me said no. I was like, fuck no, nigga, this shit is going on. This is mine.
You know how long I've been holding on to this record?
What? This is my song.
Yeah, for real. With all due respect, this is my record.
It's mine. Right? I called Punch. I called the team. I called the TDE fam, and we had our little discussion. And I'm like, Punch, it's mine. And Punch like,
Shout out to Punch.
I fuck with you. You feel me? But I mean, like I ain't gonna disrespect nothing you did. You know what I'm saying? Your career, you did some things. You made some noise, but that's one of the
ones.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, I ain't disrespecting nothing you did, or I ain't even disrespecting your up and coming album, but it'd do a lot better on his album than yours. And I said,
just a little bit.
I fuck with you, big bro. You a hard critic. It ain't even hard when you thinking logical. It's only a hard criticism when you thinking dumb. So I'm like, and then I ain't gonna lie, there was another debate, right? So I called Soul, and Soul like, nah, fuck that nigga. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this nigga got off mad bars. Like, we ain't about to let this nigga drop this shit. And he got off like a whole 82, nigga, and we going back and forth, like, because Soul, he real competitive. So he like, nah, it's not fair. So nigga, we went back in. We went back to the stew. Before this shit dropped, we went back to the stew. And I shot like a 40 bar clip. You know what I mean? So it's another version of Piie that's out where all three of us, it's not out, but it's all three of us rapping our individual verses. That's spooky.
See, no, putting a pin in that real quick. Soul has always been like that. I had a song called Space Bars with him and Young Rook as a Sky Hutch beat. And he said, I played him the verses. He heard the beat. He was like, "Yeah, go ahead and make that a 24 bar, Kurt." I
Yeah.
said, "What?" I said, "All I wanted was a 16. I know you cooking right now." He said, "Go ahead and make that a 24." Like that's something I love too. Just as an artist myself, but also as a hip hop fan, I love environments where niggas want to rap. It's
Yeah,
not an
no, so
inconvenience.
competitive.
Yeah,
So
and wanting to be at
competitive.
the top. But I want you to land the point you were making, though.
So like, nah, nigga, like we gotta if we gonna drop this shit, like we gotta make it fair. Cause you know, I don't want nobody saying like he killed us. And I said, so listen to me. Cause you are a man of God. Like you literally walking blind and you can still see shit.
Mm,
Like you are really a chosen nigga. Like you're a chosen nigga. So
right,
listen to me this when I say this. What we did on Pie, it can't be beat. It doesn't matter what Cole does. We have an energy on that song that can't be beat, bro.
right.
And he was like, all right, nigga, I trust you, you know? And Cole, like, all right, well, is we green? Can we and all the staff on our side said we green. And when it came out, it ripped through the world.